Hello, lovelies. Welcome back to my channel. It's good to see you all. I hope you're all doing amazingly well. I'm doing fantastic. I'm super happy to be here. In today's video, I am talking about self-dependence. I know this video is going to inspire you in a very wonderful way. So stay tuned and watch it through to the end. A self-dependent person is a person who takes ownership of his or her own life, follows her dreams, her goals and aspirations, and work it out until she gets there. That is a self-dependent person. That is someone who is working out her dreams, her life, to live how she wants, to achieve all the dreams and aspirations that he or she has. This person takes off load and baggages from her family. She doesn't become a burden on her family. She doesn't become a nuisance to other people because she lives her life independently, depending on her own abilities, her potential, her skills, and everything that she has embedded in her or in him. It feels so good when you have worked so hard on yourself to build the life you want to have, to build your own space, to create the dream that you had in mind and the aspiration, and to see them come out, to see them materialize. It feels so good. I know the question you would be asking now is, how do I become a self-dependent person? Before I go into the details of that, I want to first let you know that, hey, it is not a crime to sometimes depend on people, as in ask questions. Trying to seek for people's ideas, support, some sort of push here and there is not a crime. Sometimes we all need people's ideas. We need motivation. We need inspiration from other people. But when you get to the point where your whole life is dependent on people's ideologies, people's way of life, when your whole life cannot go on by itself without you always seeking for validation from people, then you are falling into that dependency syndrome, which you do not want to live your life in. And it is definitely not okay. Self-dependence starts with inner self-confidence. If you are not confident in yourself, if you do not trust yourself, if you do not believe in your own abilities, your capabilities, your potentials, and who you are, what you have, what you have been created to be or to do, if you do not have faith in your own self, then there is no way you can depend on yourself. Because before you can depend on yourself, you should be able to trust yourself to be able to take yourself through all the difficulties, all the challenges, the good times and the bad times. You have to be able to depend on yourself in times of happiness, in times of sadness. You should be able to help yourself when you are in need, and you should be able to manage yourself when you have in abundance. So it all starts with self-confidence. Inner self-confidence, trusting yourself, believing in your own abilities, knowing that yes, you can do it, and doing it. Inner self-confidence goes hand in hand with self-acceptance. There is no way that you do not trust yourself, you do not accept yourself for who you are, you do not appreciate yourself just as you are. There is no way you will be in that point where you are torn apart. You do not appreciate you do not love yourself, you do not have that faith in yourself, you do not have that acceptance of yourself just as you are. Everything about you, the good, the bad, and the ugly, everything that you are. There is no way that you can be self-dependent if you do not have that self-acceptance. You need to build self-acceptance. You need to get to a level where you accept yourself just as you are. Your weaknesses, things you do not know, you accept that, yes, I know I do not know this, but I can be better. So you don't undermine yourself, no, but you accept yourself for who you are and always determined to be a step better than your previous self. Always and always. That is what you have to do for yourself. Self-acceptance and always learning and growing yourself every step of the way. Self-acceptance is also linked to self-esteem. The thoughts you have about yourself, how you see yourself. Do you see yourself to be good enough? Do you see yourself to be great? Do you see yourself to be a work in progress, right? Meaning that you know that, yes, I'm not a perfect person, but I am just happy with who I am. You have good thoughts about yourself. You don't undermine yourself. You don't compare yourself to other people saying, I'm not good enough because this person has this and I do not have it. You don't do that. The next step to self-dependence is making your own decisions. As I said earlier on, yes, we do need people's ideas sometimes. We do need their views sometimes to be sure about what we are doing, to assess what we are doing. But you have to be the one to make the final decision. You can seek for multiple ideas from different angles, from people who you feel are more advanced and more ahead of you, more experienced than you are. But when it comes to the final decision making, it has to come from you. You have to get to the level of maturity where you feel the decision I am making is the final, is the decision that I have taken, not from influence of other people, but I have taken this decision in order to help my growth or in order to promote what I'm doing, or because this is the decision that works best for me in this current situation. So you have to get to the point of decision making. Let it be your sole decision, not always sitting there and allowing people to influence your decisions. Don't sit there and allow friends, family, people, society, social media, and whatsoever to become the decision maker in your life. Be the one to make the decision that influences your own growth and your own life. The process to self-dependency also requires you to have your own values. What are your values? What values are you living by? Are you living by trust? Are you living by honesty? Are you living by discipline? Are you living by integrity? What values do you have for your life? The values you have for your life always influence what you become, what you do, what you decide, what you choose, okay, and how you live your life in general. Before you can become self-dependent, you must have values on which you build your whole life. So don't just look at what society has or what other people are setting up. Somebody may be living her life in luxury because that is how she wants to live her life. That is her value. She has her values that she is not going to go below some level. But you know what you are after, you know what you are looking for. So you do not go out there comparing your life to that person or living by that person's value. Create your own values and live by those values. Let these values be seen in your day-to-day actions, in your day-to-day activities. That is how you become self-dependent. For you to be self-dependent, you have to decide who you want to be and how you want to get there. What you want to do with your life has to be your own decision. It shouldn't always be influenced by people or family. When we were younger kids, we had dreams and aspirations based on what we saw around us, based on people's lives, based on what we are exposed to, based on the society around us. As we grow and mature, as we desire to become self-dependent, we have to also start looking out for our own dreams and our own aspirations. What is it that you want to do based on the talents you have, the abilities you have, your education, your own aspiration, what it is that you want to become? When you have the decision made on what you want to become, now you have to decide on the journey, the process to take you to become that person. What I want to clarify here is this: don't forget that being self-dependent doesn't mean competing with somebody else to reach where they have reached in life or go beyond where they have reached in life. See those people as inspiration, but give your own self time, okay, and allow yourself to grow at your own pace. Decide the process. Someone's process is after high school, straight to university, straight to get a master's, straight to get a PhD and whatever. But your process might be different based on your life, your resources, your dreams, what you have, your intellectual capacity and ability. You need to ensure that who you want to become, okay, and how you want to get there is a decision taken by yourself and a journey and a process taken at your own pace. Don't rush. Okay? Don't rush. And remember, every step of the way, life allows you to reinvent yourself. Don't have that static mindset where you think that, no, I am on this journey, I'm on this path, and that's it. No, be dynamic. Allow yourself to explore. Allow yourself to delve into things. Allow yourself to just, go on an adventure, rediscover yourself every step of the way. That is how you know that you are becoming a self-dependent person, because these decisions you are making and choices you are making are based on your own self, what you want and what you want to be. For you to be self-dependent, you have to cut down on seeking for validation from people. I mentioned earlier, it is okay to seek for validation from people sometimes. It is okay to be vulnerable. Yes, it is okay. But what is not okay is always seeking for people's validation every single time you're doing something, taking a decision, doing something, even sometimes on your own appearance or what you are wearing, a job that you are looking for, the next step of your life, a decision that will define your future. You are making such decisions and you are just not sure of yourself, and you are just seeking and seeking for people's validation. Because of your insecurity, you go about sharing these things that could be your breakthrough with people, and they end up stealing those ideas from you. It is not a problem to seek people's idea and to seek a second opinion on whatever you are doing, but it becomes a problem when every single decision you are making, you depend solely on other people to make that decision for you. It's time for you to start limiting how much validation you seek from people. Don't always give people permission into your life and they end up ruining things in your life. Be dependent on your own self. Trust yourself. And I believe that you would rise above every limit and nothing can stop you from becoming that self-dependent person who is out there striving and working so hard to reach his or her dreams. Being self-dependent means being happy and satisfied with your independence as well. Your independence means being by yourself, being on your own, being you, okay? Not always needing people. Don't be that person who is clingy, who is always needy, who feels unhappy with your own self. Don't be the kind of person who always rely on things or other people in order to be happy. Can't you just, find happiness in yourself, with yourself, when you find yourself alone? Grow that happiness within you and let the happiness come from within you, so you don't have to depend on physical things or people or other things around you to be happy, but you find joy with yourself even when you find yourself alone. So with that, you are not the kind of person who is always sad and moody and not happy at all when you are by your own self. This particular point is so deep that if I want to delve into it, it even goes into relationship as well, where because you are not happy and not comfortable and not okay with your independence, you always want to be in a relationship, all right, to feel happy. And that is definitely not good, because sometimes you might be in a toxic relationship, but you cannot find the strength and the courage to walk out because of the fear of being all alone. You see? That's why it's good that you feel happy with yourself. You find joy with yourself. You feel okay with your own independence. Always remember that self-dependence means being assertive. When you decide to do something which you know is going to change your life, is going to promote your growth, is going to lead you into something amazing, you know, because you have faith and trust in yourself, when somebody else comes along trying to change your dreams, trying to change your plans, be assertive enough to know that this is something that would catapult me to the next level of my success or my life. And for that matter, you don't just throw it away just because somebody else says so. Be assertive, be sure, and be very decisive with whatever decision and whatever plans you have and whatever you are doing with your life. So I'll conclude by saying, do a self-introspection to unearth the things that pushes you to always feel like you have to have somebody else in your life. You have to seek somebody else's opinion before you can do something with yourself or for yourself. begin to seek for where it's coming from and cut them off and block them out so that this kind of feeling of dependency doesn't become a limitation on your path as you are fighting and struggling and working so hard in order to be satisfied, in order to be happy, in order to grow, in order to rise to the level which you have aspired and you have dreamt of. Don't live your life by chance. Don't allow people to influence and become the reason why you are still where you are, but be the reason why you have risen to how far you have reached and how far you are going. I hope that you find value in this video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you are new here, my name is Rita Siao. I am an educator, a public speaker, and the founder of a non-profit organization that is working so hard to empower young women and girls. I invite you to please join this amazing family by subscribing to this channel, and also don't forget to click on the notification bell so that anytime a new video is up, you will be notified. Thank you so much for your time, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.